So, covering those things, one common, I guess, response to an architecture education or being in this career is that there's things that we didn't know before that we know now that we think would be good to touch on.
So try as many career options as possible. Like we talked about before, there's so many different things that you can get into. So don't be afraid to pursue different camps or different summer camps or anything that can help you figure out what you want to do, because you have your whole life to kind of figure that out. You can choose one thing, you can always be something else. You're never stuck doing what you do. So know that there's always so many career options. So try them and figure it out. Figure out what you like, figure out who you are.
Secondly, it's okay to not have everything figured out. I think Tayvia's example is great because it shows, she took a leap of faith and pursued an education in architecture, but then found that her strengths fit something else, and that's totally okay. For instance, I practice as an architect, but who's to say that I can't sort of mold my career into something else? So it's something that you have to be comfortable with, as just in general. It's a great message to recognize early on in your education and careers that it's okay to not know, and that you have to be comfortable with uncertainty, and that's a good motivating factor into being an adult.
So also apply for as many scholarships as possible. Try to research and apply for different scholarships, because one thing you can do is create connections with these scholarships. Once you win them, and you be surprised how many you win or how many you receive awards from, but you establish connections. So I was able to get a scholarship from the KCAF Foundation, which helped me be able to be NYAF and be able to present to you today. So getting into scholarships establishes connections. It helps you with financial reasons for school. And it's just a good way to kind of get yourself ready for the real world, in the sense of you'll be working hard and it's on you to figure out what you want to do and what you need to do. So go out and research scholarships. That can help you.
And lastly, that notion of establishing relationships is very important, regardless of what field you're interested in. For architects, it means getting to know different builders and different designers in your city, because one thing that makes design better is iteration and talking and getting different input and criticisms to make things better. So by establishing those relationships, you're only going to make your career and your own goals much more attainable, but also much more enriching. And it's one of the things, that I didn't know about going into this profession is how important it is to form relationships with just about anybody you come into contact with, because you never know what type of knowledge or the little tidbit of information that you need to know to be successful at whatever it is. So start early.
So you actually are doing that right now, listening to our presentation and being a part of AIA and seeing what's going on. So the more you do that, the more you're connected with people, and you can kind of start with us. So this is our information, and we both work at two different firms. It does two different things. We work on two different scales. So feel free to reach out and connect with us, get a tour of our firms, have a one-on-one with us to better understand if this is something you want to do, ask the questions that you want to ask. So just starting here, establishing relationships, you can do this anywhere, but this helps that you are listening to this presentation.
Yeah.